Oh yeah, it was the holiday thing in New York yesterday, and it was interesting because I ran into people that knew me by voice. Oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, I know you. Like, where do I know you from? They knew my YouTube channel, and they were like, these like young guys too, like, you know, something 12 to 15. So that was I felt totally validated by that.
Yeah, right.
But I got the I used that for the holiday runs, and it was weird because there was a ribbon in front of the train, and the ribbon created a dark patch, so you have the, you know, front window view, and then it's like a picture-in-picture, and you can see back into the car.
Yeah, right.
Mainly just of me, because I was off to that one side, but it was the craziest thing because it just looks like this weird. It's almost like a YouTube video where it's like, they superimpose it with like the guy watching, the actual thing, and then a picture of the guy watching the thing, so you can see the thing, and then a picture of me watching the thing. I wasn't trying, because it was just a ribbon had fallen off into the viewfinder. So
the fast badge under the river seemed more impressive this year. I think they got the okay to go a little bit faster.
I'll have to check. I could try. I can see. Yeah, haven't seen a new set yet today.
I got here a little early, so I rode out to Ferry and then back. But no, I didn't see any new sets either.
I got the new Fios in my home. I got
like mind-blowingly impressive.
Well, it's good enough. I mean, I'm not here enough to, we had stuck with the old, copper line things because, everything I looked at on the bundles was more than what we were paying for the stuff, and with my dad here and everything, we didn't need it. So and then we get on and they promised us like, something like $20 a month lower plus the better speeds. I'm like, all right, come in. Well, my mom was the one who got roped into dealing with it. So unfortunately, the install went great, and then all of a sudden I get two bills. One in the old account for just the internet under my dad's name, and then one for just the phone under my mom's name, and both the prices weren't what they had promised. So I gotta get on and deal with it. I called over the weekend, but the office wasn't open. It's like,
they'll back down. They did that to me too. They gave me the intro price because they gave me an intro rate because I hadn't had cable hooked up for a long time. So it's like $29 a month for their mid-grade internet.
Yeah.
This is Comcast.
Yeah.
And then the first bill, I get a bill for like $67. I called them up and I said, wait a minute, he said it was $29 for 2 years. And they said, well, no. I said, let me talk to your supervisor, please. And then I got, and then finally got it squared away.
Well, at the very least, want a bundle rate, or at least put on one damn bill in the same account. They sent me two bills. They came right in the same day for two different, it's for the same phone number.
It's like two different offices sent you a bill. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, so that's not bad. And this was a couple of years ago, so now that $29 is worn off.
I mean, I'm happy to pay,
$45.
And I wouldn't be, devastated to pay the same amount, because that's what we were paying. It's nice that we paid what they promised, but I just want one, because I don't want to have to deal with two payment things. I mean, I guess they'll fix it, but it's just like, come on. Did no one notice that? And I called even and got them to confirm the price they were giving me after my mom had called them, because
it's so dumb. I think they hope that they catch people not paying attention.
Well, it's hard to when they send you two bills.
That's true.
Now this is clearly a
But I mean, a lot of people do like I do. I slap it onto a card and then, just let it go. And if you don't check it.
That's why I never did that with Verizon. I think my mom got signed up to that on her half of the bill. So I'm going to undo that as well, because they're always slippery. They'll always start putting in but it's always the small, like $2.99 fees that you start seeing.
Yeah, I just put it on the card because when I get paper bills, I put them in the stack of mail, and then other mail comes in and goes on top of it, and I forget about it. I'm protecting myself.
That's the one you want.
That's the, yeah, that's the.
He's starting too early. Maybe we'll see him at the platform. I don't know. It was originally slated to be cloudy or rainy or something, and it might start to get a little rainy toward the end of the day, but at that point I don't think it'll matter too much.
Not till like 8 p.m. Sets my eerily accurate weather app.
That's good. It's been changing a lot.
Yeah. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow up my way tonight. Not much, like an inch per day.
Phil can't make it. I think he's in Germany.
Who?
Phil can't make it. He's in Germany.
Phil?
Yeah, Nazadowski.
Must be a nice gig.
No, he's
working or a vacation?
Nah, he's just a trip with some friend, I think.
That's cool. The most liberal country in Europe. You know.
Did you do the holiday thing this year? The holiday train?
I did. I went.
You saw the D-types. I mean, the triplexes they had out there
Yeah.
for the pop-up store. That's neat. Did they ever run those?
They ran them last year or early this year. When was it? July or August. They had the 100th anniversary of the BMT.
Oh, really?
And they ran them between like Brighton Beach and Ocean Park, like just one stop was a shuttle. I guess they're you know, the mechanics are kind of tentative on them, so they don't want to go crazy with it. Yeah, it was pretty decent. They did it for 2 days. They ran that parade of trains like they did for the 100th anniversary between Kings Highway and Brighton Beach. But yeah, I did ride. I rode the holiday train the week before.
Yeah, it was last year, not last year, 2 years ago, I went on the week before Christmas and it was way mobbed. Yeah. This year was also mobbed, but at least the first ride wasn't as mobbed.
Yeah, true. Yeah, my first day down was the day that those people have that, they take over the middle of the train. Which is okay because you can take some nice photos of people in vintage clothing.
Oh yeah, the swing set.
Yeah, right. And you know, but on the other hand, the train is like blocked from end to end, so you can only, if you're in the front, you got to stay there. So, you know, but it was cool. And then the following week was just regular folks riding. It was good.
They do you up there. I didn't have anyone to meet up with, so I got off. I went and took a walk around Sunnyside Yard, actually. Got a good video of a regional train using the car washer.
There's some spots that you can, like, there's like a pedestal wall.
No, it's not that. It's those there are little holes that you can stick your thing. You can stick your camera through.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So I was able to get decent stuff of that. What's this? Is this one of the new ones? Nope. I don't get why they didn't do the black paint on the new ones. I heard they said it was a maintenance, or someone complained it was a maintenance item. I'm like, how these things haven't been repainted in 40 years. It's like, that's not a maintenance item, and it makes them look better.
Yeah, that sounds like another code word for I don't feel like doing it.
You just tell the contractor to do it.
Right.
I'm sure they'll charge you, but it'll be like, yeah, it'll cost $5,000 or something. I don't know. Maybe you have to treat the stainless steel or something. Oh, for the express one? Yeah, that was a really early morning meet, but that was an optional. But see, I can't do much with Trenton anymore because, well, I mean, that was just a morning thing. You know, I think I met people at Trenton who then came back down.
Right.
But I gotta see if that's still running. That's an interesting service. I mean, that's really early though. Oh yeah.
Somebody put a bug in everybody's ear. I think it was one of the engineers for Amtrak.
Mm-hmm.
That they weren't going to run the arrows, but they were going to run a pull sets instead. But that didn't happen. They ran the arrows. So, but still, I came down to Philly. I got some shots in Philly.
You saw what I got with that. Like I said, there's a body mount I have for that. So previously, all these people are out there with their tripods, and I'm just it's like I just strap that to myself. And then I take my hands free, and then I have both. I guess you can do the shoot thing you just said.
That's the way to go. Because a tripod can really be kind of hinders what you're doing, especially if you want to get that pan on the string going by.
Yeah, the problem is that I mean, it works for. I mean, I just thinking of. I do a lot of camera movements that would be. I mean, I can do them together. But that allows me to make anything I do with the camera independent of what I'm doing with that. So I can just keep myself pointed at something and then I can diddle with the camera, especially if it needs different settings. Talking to my Paco friend and just offhand just saying, I remember, I think I put it in my post saying, like, I remember when I was, up to 15 years ago, weekend headways was 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it became 20. Then the whole line's been under construction for forever, and it was 20. And now I've dropped it down to 30 for the bridge work. I'm just thinking, it's like, well, now they got everybody used to 30. They're just going to keep it at 30.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I mean, he says they're going to go back to 20. I mean, that's the general manager said. But, like, yeah, but if I was like SEPTA, now that I've gotten everybody used to 30, I'll just keep it there.
Right. Once that initial shock of the first week goes by, then the letters stop coming.
It does alter how you use it. I mean, it used to be I could just come down here and catch something, and now you've really got to be cognizant about catching the right one.
Right.
Because if you're trying to connect to an Amtrak train, you can't have this one in the backup anymore. You're going to have the one you make, and if you make it, you kind of have to have some drive, a mad dash to drive into Center City. They keep floating plans to open it, and then they never do. think of what it is in terms of New York.